Welcome back, everybody, to BG Addict. This is Tony again. We're going to be continuing on with our Pull Radiance playthrough, and we will be continuing on to Kuto's Well. Will be the next area that we try to complete here. Let's see. All right, so here we go. We've trained everybody up in the last episode. We've memorized all of our spells. So let's head over to Kuto's Well. In the first episode, or the second episode, I think it was, we actually kind of went in there and did just a little bit of it. We will go ahead and go finish that up now. And there's not a Kuto's Well. There's no actual commission for this section. You do get a small reward from the city council, but it's not much. Okay, so we're back in Kuto's Well. You see what we've done so far on the map. So let's continue on. Okay, there's the well. We try to go down it, and we get jumped by kobolds as soon as we do. Not many. This should not really going to be a problem for us. Just put everybody on quick for this. And now that we've got some levels on the ladder and we're sweeping, they can make quick work of those guys. Alright. We'll pick up their arrows. And another wave comes out. Alright, so we want to climb down, yes. Do you want to climb up? No. Says just above the water line, a secret door has been left ajar in the south wall of the well. Do you want to climb up the rungs? No, I don't. I want to continue forward. We do need to clear out this map, though. Explore map. That's just where I played through the game last time. So we want to heal up here. We can't rest, but we've got Sylvia with some Cure Light Wound spells. Okay, so we're good. And I would suggest that you save right there if you're first fairly new to the game. Some movement occurs in the room's far corner, and then a volley of arrows tears into the group. Didn't do anything to us. So we're going to go to this door. We're going to turn left and go up the corridor here. Go up this. Okay. You were surrounded by the bandit band of the infamous Norris the Grey. You dare to invade my halls, he snarls. Surrender or die. We're definitely not gonna surrender. Okay, so start off with our trusty sleep spells. those lizard men can be a little tough. So if you can manage to sleep those guys, it will help. Sleep. So I mean, they hit you like 3 times. They're not as bad as trolls, but can't sleep. Alright, so now we could just start picking off some of the sleep. Ready. Ready. Starting off with the lizard men first and foremost. Share, and I don't have a detect magic. Okay, so usually just for future reference and so you'll know, usually when there's magic items, it's usually at the end of the list of loot here. So if you take those, that's going. If any of them are magical, it's going to be those. On the leader's body, you find a curious message that you place in your journal as entry 50. So let's look up entry 50. Journal entry 50. An official looking notice. Assemble a group of at least 30 of your followers. Meet up with the Hobgoblin Assault Force at the small docks to the west of town. You and your group will be under the command of the Hobgoblin leader. Upon completion of your mission, you'll be rewarded with food, treasure, and many slaves. Signed, the boss. Scribbled on the back of these orders is Norris the Gray's unsent reply to the boss. I will never follow the orders of a hobgoblin. I don't go on missions until I know exactly what we are supposed to do, and I don't go on missions for an unknown amount of food, treasure, and slaves. I do go on missions where I'm in command, where I know exactly what the target is, and where I know exactly how much I'll get paid. Don't send me another order until you can meet my terms. Signed, Norris the Gray. So it doesn't like he was very happy about getting that message. You have defeated the dreaded bandit gang and rid Flan of a great evil. The honest settlers will cheer your deeds. You have also taken possession of a hideout in which you may rest undisturbed from the rigors of your questing. So let's do that. Memorize Stinking Cloud, Sleep, Sleep. Whoops. Yep. And then we're going to do a Detect Magic, Too Late, Cure Light Wounds, and a Sleep. Rest. Okay. Rest. Get our hit points back. Okay. Save just for the heck of it. Turn on our search. You have found the bandit's treasure. Do you take it? Yes. 867 XP. Take. It's 2,300 silver, so that's going to weight us down a lot. Okay, so let's go ahead and map out the catacombs. Okay, so we've got it completely mapped out. Adeline's ready to level 2. So, yes. No. And we want to turn off the search. Alright. When I see those, when I'm just trying to map it out or just trying to get through the area, if they say that you have surprised some monsters, you can wait and they'll just flee. These guys won't flee because it says they're bloodthirsty. That means they're going to attack. These kobolds are just a nuisance more than anything else. Okay, wait, and they'll flee. Wait, wait. Well, we went into that room earlier. And just noticed Alan can now level. As you can see, I'm not too worried about Sylvia being in melee range of kobolds. It's not. She's pretty well armored with those bracers and her 17 dexterity. I don't worry too much about coming up with a combat plan on encounters like this. It's more or less just getting through it. Okay. when you're doing these fights, you just want to make sure that you watch your hit points. Don't let your hit points drop too low, which is easy to do when you're fighting these constant monotonous battles. Kobolds are trying to sneak off, so we're just gonna let them go. Like I said before, just wait. They'll leave. These won't because they're bloodthirsty. Alright, so let's try sleep. Kill that sleep one. Nah, we lost one. Bandage. Like I said, these lizard men can be tough. Okay, go down here and rest. We don't want to detect magics. And I want to say, if I remember correctly, that once you clear 15, I think it's 15 random encounters in Kuto as well, you'll stop having those random encounters. I wouldn't swear to that, but I think that's what I remember. So we're going to go back up. No. Not going to worry about casting sleep spells on these guys unless things start looking like they're getting concerning. Once your fighters start getting in melee range, it usually goes pretty quick. I typically just quit combat these guys. Kobolds. Except in one combat, and you'll know what I'm talking about when we get there. I don't quit combat. That one's tough. It's not the kobolds in the fight that makes it tough, though. We need to get some more darts soon. Sylvia's pretty dangerous for that mace +2. She usually hits. See? Nice. See if that. Yeah, there we go. I was hoping he would just run away. Small band of sickly kobolds carefully picking its way through rubble. When they spot you, they stop and stare in surprise. They're trying to sneak off, and we're gonna let them. The measly experience points you get for those guys are just not worth the trouble. Same thing. Let them go. Okay, so let's put another little small area down here. Okay, so we're gonna head back to town. Oops, wrong, wrong turn. We can camp anywhere in the slums now. So let's see. Rest 6 days. Good. All right. So saving's not really necessary. I just do it just in case. Let's see. I really don't want Marlin to use that use the bow very much. We want to have him as our main tank. Paris would be the one to sit back and use a bow. And if you don't want to pay 100 to have it identified, you can hit sell. You can tell that's magical because they're offering you 1,000. You can tell that's not magical, and that's also not magical. So we'll go ahead and ID this one. All right. Roll Sylvian Aniline. Take 200. Take 200. Take. Alright, praise gems. Let's see what that. Okay, so she's got 200 now. You don't want to sell those gems and jewelry unless you are able to use it right away. Wait till you need it before you sell them because it all goes back to the encumbrance issue. So you wanna. That's the easy. The gems and jewelry are the easiest way to carry your gold. So you don't want to cash those out and then end up carrying around all the gold. Alright, so let's go train. So it's probably Sylvia, some probably magic user. Yes. She's gonna learn a new spell and we're gonna, as you can guess, make that stinking cloud. Anneline's level 4. And she's going to learn knock. And let's see, Rolf is going to be a thief level, looks like. No. And go over to the thief room. Yes. Train, level 4. Alright, so our caster's hit points look decent. Roll's okay. Um, I'm not real happy with Parrish's hit points. His rolls have been real crappy. But he's only level 4. The limit on fighters 8, so hopefully he can get some good rolls for the next 4 levels and kind of even out the hit point total. That would be really nice. Not banking on it, but okay, so let's go here. Whoops. He's got all the gold. Handling, I think, yeah. Okay, so save. I usually save in 3 different slots just to be safe. And since we cleared out the Kuto's well, we need to go. Let's before I wrap up this episode, let's go get our reward. Alright, she says, before I can offer commissions, must see if you're due reward. The councilman is awarded a bonus for your eliminating Norris the Grey. Here is your reward 280 whopping experience points. And she's still offering the books, tomes, maps. We need to find out what the weapon is of great power that's being auctioned at Poto Plaza. We need to go see the Bishop of Brachio, of Tyr. And we'll do that now. You are ushered into the bishop's study. Bishop Brachio speaks. Allow me to introduce Durton, priest of Ilmar. He is bound to recover the temple, which has been desecrated to Bane. Go with him across the river and help him cleanse the temple. In payment, you may keep the hidden treasures. Oh, yes. And this NPC Durton, he has a specific mission. He wants to take to for you to escort him to the temple to retake it over, which has been overrun by monsters and desecrated and changed to a temple of Bane. Um, with that, you'll see it when we get to that. But what happens is when you clear the temple, he's in the party, and he will help you quite a bit. He's not a he has doesn't have phenomenal stats, but still having a cleric in that extra NPC slot is very useful. Um, so what I do, and you'll see, is I don't I remove him from the party right before I clear out the temple. And then after I clear out the temple, I take him back, and that way you won't lose him, and you can keep him throughout the entire party or the entire game. And he's really helpful, especially when you get to the Valhangan graveyard. He's very helpful with turning undead and that sort of thing. So it's good to have him around. So that's a little trick, and you'll see that when we get there. With NPCs, you can give them items, but you can't get them back that I know of, if I remember correctly. Once you give them an item, you're not going to get it back from them. Same thing with gold. So just plan on you can trade items to him, but don't plan on getting it back. All right, so see what I have. See if I have anything. Longsword. Okay, so we do have something that would be useful that we have absolutely no use for, and that's the flail +1. We're going to give that to Durton, Dirty Durton. Okay, ready. And he can drop that mace. We're also going to go down here. He doesn't have a shield and he's using crappy armor, so we're going to fix that. Pull. Buy. See if we got enough for plate mail. We do, I think. And shield. Ready. Ready, ready. Drop. Yes. Okay, so that brings his armor class down to 2, so that's nice. And then, let's see how much gold we got left. 183 platinum. We don't have anybody that's really near leveling. So, and like I said, just leave your gems and jewelry unappraised. I've watched several videos where folks seem to think they have to appraise all that stuff as soon as they get it. You're better off not doing that and just leave it like that so it's easier to carry. And just appraise as you need. When you need gold, have it appraised, and only appraise no more than what you need. Okay. Just figured I'd finish mapping this stuff out here before wrap up the episode. The high res water. Wow. And believe it or not, back in 1988, these really weren't bad graphics for a PC. I really, and I've said it before, I don't mean to repeat things I've said over and over, but I'm really a big fan of those old Amigas. I think Commodore did a great job with that computer, with that line of computers, and I always really wanted one. I remember my former brother-in-law and I used to go to a local computer shop, and that's all they sold was Amigas. And I remember looking at the graphics on those and just being amazed by the graphics that those Amigas could display. And it's still kind of impressive today. And even the sound capabilities of those computers were great, even by today's standards. So I really want to play this game on an Amiga version, the Amiga version of this game. I really want to. If I could, Amigas are nowadays are very expensive. If you can find one in decent shape, but I would love to have one. I would probably play this game, Bard's Tale, and all the Goldbox games on it, of course. The Bard's Tale would be good. Which was another game that was way ahead of his time. Hasn't aged real well though. This game, even though it's as old as it is still very fun to get into and play. I haven't got tired of it at all. It's still entertaining even after all these years. Um, my favorite game in the entire series. Everybody loves Curse of the Azor Bonds. I'm not as huge of a fan of that game. I'm definitely not a fan of Pools of Darkness. Um, this game, and I actually enjoy playing Secret of the Silver Blades. Some people don't like Secret of the Silver Blades. I do. Um, just a matter of opinion, I guess. Okay, so let's see. Let's go in here again. just let's see what Durton. You can see he's got a couple of blessed spells. Cure Light Wounds. Hope you can see how this character would be really helpful to have in your NPC slot. I would just advise keeping him throughout the entire game instead of letting him stay at the temple. Just don't have him in your party, then go back and get him after at the training hall. Go back and get him after that encounter, just so you can keep him through the entire game. Sometimes he can turn some higher level undead in the graveyard, which is very helpful. Okay, so we need to go ahead and yeah, he's gonna need a knock spell, and we'll go ahead and actually do a magic missile. Do a stinking cloud. For the next section, we really don't need sleep. Let's memorize magic missile instead. And alright, so I think we're good. Now let's get rid of the sleeps. Okay, we're going to save, like I said, A, B, and C slots, and that is going to wrap it up. Thank you for joining me for this episode, and I will be back soon, and we will probably be doing Mendor's Library next. If you remember, that's the library that Fair Martinez mentioned about the histories and the books and stuff. We're hidden in the library, so we'll be doing that next. And thank you guys very much for joining me, and I will be seeing you again soon.